Smart money technique or SMT is one of the strongest signature for reversals when we are looking a pair of correlated assets, for example, ES and NQ. So let's get into it. Now there are two kinds of SMT, bullish and bearish. First, let's talk about bullish. On a pair of correlated assets like ES and Q, if one is making a lower low while the other is making a higher low at the same time, and I'm underscoring at the same time, it is called a bullish SMT. All right. And when, again on a pair of correlated assets like ES and NQ, if one is making a higher high while the other is making a lower high at the same time, it is called bearish SMT. Now let's look at an example in the next slide and it's going to be much more clearer. Now this is an example of bullish SMT. The left side is ES, the right side is NQ. Now if you look at the ES has made a lower low, a series of lower low here, right? Whereas at the same time, NQ has made a lower low, but the next one, instead of making a lower low, just like ES, it made a higher low. So this is exactly where you see that there's a crack in correlation between these two very, very correlated assets, right? And this is what is SMT. Now in this case, it's a bullish SMT. Now let's look at a bearish SMT. Now ES, NQ, if you look at here, the ES has made a higher high here, right? Whereas at the same time, NQ has made a lower high. So you see here how there is a crack in correlation between these two right here points. And this is where the SMT is. And this is what a bearish SMT is. Now you may be thinking that in case of a bullish SMT, which one is bullish? ES, NQ. So simple answer is when we see this crack in correlation, the idea is the reversal would happen and both of these ES and NQ will go higher. All right. Similarly, when bearish SMT happens, both of them are supposed to be going lower. Now, some of you may be thinking that what is the time frame we are talking about for an SMT here? So simple answer is we can actually find SMT on a minute chart all the way to a monthly chart. Now, given that, for let's say for a ES and NQ, because they are highly correlated, an SMT on a monthly or even for that matter weekly is very, very unlikely. All right. But it happens once in a while. But what you would see is SMT happening on a minute chart, 15-minute chart, hourly chart, even few times you will see that on a daily chart. SMT is going to be a very important tool in our toolkit for our trading. And you will see me using it in subsequent videos where we are going to talk about high probability trading model and how we're going to be using and incorporating it in our trading. So that's about it for now, and I'll see you in the next.